Waiting in the depths, Thancred casts his gaze across the waterless expanse before you. Now, as for where we should be looking, I rather doubt Emmett Selk will be sitting around out in the open. I propose we follow the slope down towards the deeper trenches and keep an eye out for rock formations large enough to house a stronghold. Let's be off then, but watch your footing. The ground is still wet and like to be slippery. Yeah, it seems awfully fortuitous. I know this is a very large area that Bismarck has opened up, but again, you know, well, but also like most of this planet or whatever has been, I don't know what happened to the sea in this area, because it's, well, or I don't, because obviously there are areas of like solid light, you know, like we see in Amarane. But past that is just the empty, which is just like a lifeless, it's not necessarily solid light. It's as if like the ground and everything just had all the aether sapped out of it. So how does that work with the oceans and stuff? I mean, presumably maybe the water gets taken out or whatever. And then, I don't know. So maybe the only place with water is still just within the confines of Norvrand. So it isn't a huge area that needs to be displaced or whatever. Anyway, I was just going to say it's, you know, quite fortuitous for us to, you know, for this bubble to be right where Emmett Selk is hiding, but it makes sense. I'm dumb. Nobody else here? Okay. The finless ones. They followed me. Why have you come? Was it you who took away our water? Sorta. Indirectly. Ah, so this is where the Ondo make their home. I had wondered. Pray forgive us any inconvenience we have caused. We were not aware your people lived here in the Tempest. We need this great dome of air that we might conduct a most urgent search, and thus beg you for your understanding. Chieftain, what are we to do? Are you emissaries of the Ancient Ones? The mysteries have stirred. We have seen the illuminated land shining through the gloom of the abyss. If you are the emissaries, the chosen, I bid you welcome. If you are not, I bid you leave. So, yes, I'm the emissary. I am not sure I understand. Would you be willing to elaborate? It would seem not. I suggest we withdraw for the moment. So, what's the plan? Given your condition, I'm reluctant to suggest lingering here. That said, our presently meandering search would proceed far more swiftly if we could call upon the Ondo's local knowledge. Yes, I'd like to know more about this illuminated land the chieftain spoke of. Could it be Emmett Selk's stronghold, do you suppose? Perhaps he lit the lanterns upon his return? We cannot dismiss the possibility, but if these Ondo refuse to speak with us... Lavenza, do you remember my first scheme for entering Yulmore? How I had planned to ingratiate myself by offering lucrative trading opportunities with the Ondo. The individual I dealt with was reticent in manner and curious in custom, but we were able to reach an agreement nonetheless. I believe that with the right approach, we can build a similar relationship here. What kind of approach did you have in mind? That chieftain fellow didn't leave us many options. If we are to tread the swiftest course, then we must needs locate its beginning. 'Tis plain our all too dramatic arrival hath thrown this settlement into confusion. Were we to solve such problems as we have caused, and assure our hosts thereby that our purpose here is not inimical to them, they may yet prove amenable to reason. I smell chores, but very well, if it can be done quickly. What do you think? I've nothing better to offer, but I do worry what will happen if the Ondo's tales end up leading us to a dead end. I cannot say for certain, but I sense this tribe has a deeper connection to the Ascians than first meets the eye. It warrants further investigation. Thus, I cast my vote in favor of aiding the settlement for the time being. We will make allies of the Ondo. Let's do what we do best. I'll do what I can, I suppose. I mean, yeah, just make allies of the Ondo, which is kind of, doing what we do best. Then it is settled. Y'shtola, pray proceed with your investigations. The rest of us will see about fostering some goodwill. Yeah, I don't see anybody else. It looks like it's just us. You are Alphino's friend? Lavenza, you won't believe who I've just bumped into. This is Pashizun the very fellow I did business with prior to our ill-fated stay in Yulmore. I waited and you did not come. Then the Mistle came, but his visits did not continue. I am truly sorry, Pashasun. Things did not proceed as planned. Is there aught we can do for you by way of an apology? Perhaps. Where the Dry Return, a cavern to the north, is home to giant crabs. We do not fear the crab, for we are the swifter swimmers. But now there is no water. We run, and they scuttle close behind, snipping and snapping with their claws. There are too many of them. Too many. Ah, I believe I can be of assistance there. And what of you, Lavenza? If you've not found a task, you are most welcome to join me. Indeed, I should appreciate the company, where the dry return has a rather ominous ring to it. Where the dry return is filled with crimson coral. We imagine its branches to be the veins of finless ones, the cave a resting place for those who perished at sea. Oh, interesting. It seems odd. Like, I would think everybody else would be like, hey, maybe let us do all the legwork and everything, and you just kind of relax. Don't overwork yourself. We don't need a sin eater down here. Or worse than a sin eater, a light warden. I mean, at that point, it's like, maybe we should then just have the sea come crashing down on you. But then you'd end up having... If we died, then the light would probably corrupt some sea creature and... No, Alphino here? I thought we were supposed to be doing this together. Lazy bum. Yeah, he's not even waiting outside. Okay. I'm curious how much there is before Amarat or whatever, because I don't really remember that much. What I remember was just looking around in some of the ruins outside, seeing that they're not of Ondo make, and then continuing to search through kind of some cave areas until you pop out in front of Amarat. Oh. Ah, as I suspected. She's probably looking at the architecture. You could crack their shells. You must be stronger than you look. I see you've reached your quota first again. I shall never be your equal in such tasks. This is like music that plays in Limsa or Lenosha, isn't it? I mean, a different take on it, but I still would say I'm not good with the music. Like, I've listened to other people talk about it, and they're like, you know, oh, this music is from Heaven's Word. And I was like, I thought that was new to Shadowbringers or whatever. Yeah, it's good either way. Still, I would say we have reduced the local crab population to a far less threatening number. My thanks to both of you. You must have a reward. Nay, Pashazun, this was to be a part of my apology to you, remember? Besides which, the lack of water is our doing, for which we must also make amends. Might I convince you to tell us something about your village instead? I would much more like to learn more, or I would very much like to learn more of you and your people. Very well. Before the flood came, it is said that our ancestral home was found in the seas to the south. It was utterly destroyed by the light. Only those who were out hunting survived. They swam, aimless and lost, until they spied buildings here on the ocean floor. Strange buildings they were, and long had they stood under the water. Yet somehow they had been spared the scars of time and current. These structures provided shelter for my people, protection from the tempest's turbulent waters and the predators which hunted within them. Their very existence seemed a miracle. The first settlers pondered their good fortune. It was clear that the race who had built such wonders had guided their course. Yeah. And from this did they discern the truth. That the ancients had chosen us to serve as caretakers of their eternal sanctuary until such time as they returned. Thus, if it is judged that your coming in this great vanishing of water was by the ancients' design, you will find warm welcome here. A truly astonishing history, yet I cannot help but wonder, how will the significance, or otherwise, of our arrival be decided? The ancients have blessed us with protection and prosperity. If your presence serves to bring us the same, there will be no doubt in the matter. Then it would seem our earlier decision was the correct one. We thank you for the lesson, Pashazun, and will continue to do all we can to assist your people. Should you desire our help with any other trouble, pray do not hesitate to ask. We should return to the task at hand. Only, do try not to overexert yourself, my friend. The risk far outweighs the gain. That's what I was saying. The ancients have blessed us with protection and prosperity. If your presence serves to bring us the same, there will be no doubt in the matter. Okay, that's basically what he just said. City of the Ancients. Y'shtola appears deep in thought. Ah, Lavenza. Have you learned aught of note? Fascinating, and precisely the sort of information I was hoping to hear. In fact, if you have a moment, I'd like to borrow your eyes to confirm a theory I've been working on. Come. Yeah, from my recollection, I think this is... like, we basically just keep exploring from here, I think. And then eventually find what we're looking for. Now, there are 2 tasks I would have you perform. The first requires you to inspect the buildings which surround the Ondo settlement, and note their most distinctive characteristics. For the second, I wish you to use this knife to take scrapings from one of the remnant walls. Pray, be as thorough as you can. I shall be waiting here for the results of your investigations. Inspect the structures of the Ondo cups for distinctive features, and then instructions. I probably gotta zoom in. There we go. The tall, slender towers feature many elaborate windows, the likes of which you have seen nowhere else. And now get a scraping. Mithril knife, a short, sturdy blade made of hammered mithril. You set the point of the knife against the wall, but even after applying considerable pressure, you cannot remove so much as a flake of stone. It's quite the material. And what have you discovered? Yes, I would agree that the windows are most distinctive. It would seem the structures appear the same to both your sight and mine. And you say you could not so much as scratch the wall, even with all your might behind the blade. Lavenza, everywhere I turn in this place, my gaze is drawn by peculiar materials for which I do not have a name. The buildings I had you investigate are prime examples. They may appear to be constructed of ordinary stone, but I assure you it is nothing of the sort. If pressed, I would describe the substance as a composite of several mineral properties blended to create a material of unparalleled durability. Even the Ronkan Empire, once the greatest power in Norvrant, produced nothing which compares to this level of perfection. But if not the Ronkans, then who? Who are these ancients the Ondo claim as the architects of their sanctuary? I wonder if this is why we call them the ancients. Called, the ancient Amratines, the ancient, I guess, but it's also because they're ancient, but that's just because I didn't remember that the Ondo referred to this civilization as the ancients. So, just curious. I suspect our answer lies with the reason Emmett Selk withdrew here to the Tempest. He may simply have wished to retreat somewhere mere mortals would struggle to reach. But there are many such remote locations. Why here specifically? Emmett Selk is devoted to his role, and thus we might assume his choice of stronghold somehow serves the Ascian agenda. Or mayhap, 'tis a place more dear to him than any other. Are you saying this was built by ancient Ascians? Could this place provide power to Emmett Selk? I couldn't say either way. I'm going to go with the first. That is my theory, that these structures are remnants of a time before history, of a star that was yet whole and unbroken. Such traces in the source would have been obliterated by the succession of umbral calamities, but here in the first, they might have remained untouched for millennia. Yeah, that's true. That's interesting to think about, that the shards would have far more remnants of, ancient Amratine society. That's interesting. That makes me want to explore the other shards that much more. A copy of the mural in the Katana Ravel. Almet presented it to me during my visit to Fanau after our victory in Calusia. Ah. That's cool. Here, in the first scene, by Emmett Selk's own words, it depicts a city of eons past and the disaster which befell it. The design is much simplified, of course, but do you see the similarities between its towers and those you have just inspected? We are close to the truth, I feel. Let us search the surrounds for another tower, one which matches the picture near enough to remove all doubt. From what I have seen, not more than sand and more sand lies to the east, and the south held no such structures. I suggest we try our luck further to the northwest. You may view the Katana Ravel mural at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the Key Items menu. The quest destination will not be displayed on the map. You must search for a structure which resembles the buildings in the mural, then inspect it from the survey point. The survey point will be found nearby in a location which allows a full view of the structure. Well, thankfully, unlike so many other kind of like hide and seek quests, I remember this spot vividly. Katana Ravel mural copy. This picture is a faithful recreation of the mural found at the Katana Ravel. Find a structure which resemble those in the copy, then inspect it from the survey point. Just a minute. I don't even know exactly. Okay, yeah, it's right there on the map. Now, where exactly I need to stand, I don't know. Is it just the middle here, or... No, it's got to be from outside, right? Looking at it. Oh, okay, there. Oh, okay. Oh, because I can just look at that anytime. That's what it was, to look at the picture. The mural. Aye, this is the mural writ large. Though I cannot guess at its purpose, it must have been an imposing sight. How much of the tower's height lies hidden beneath the ground, I wonder? A lot. Because that's like the top of a skyscraper, I would think. Centuries of our history have settled upon such ruins. Okay, yeah, it's saying like sediment has settled on it. Countless layers of dust and sediment, yeah. An entire civilization, its existence forgotten by all except a handful of Asians. And yet it did exist. They lived here, in this city. Man. But let us focus on what we've learned thus far. The Ondo chieftain spoke of mysteries stirring, of a land illuminated. Judging by his words, he believes this phenomenon related to the ancients' return. Thus can we surmise that what the Ondo saw shining in the abyss was, in all likelihood, yet another remnant of this age-old civilization. And who else would light the lanterns, as Reen put it, than Emmett Selk himself? 'Tis almost certain he is there. But if we are to find this stronghold in a timely manner, it seems gaining the Ondos trust remains our swiftest path forward. I only hope our deeds are enough to win them over. Thank you for watching this video. Tonight's stream was actually cut a bit short. Just was not feeling great. Unusually tired, I guess, and we just hit like we ended with the big reveal of the city in the Tempest, and so I figured between me being tired and the fact I cut it about an hour short, so I wasn't gonna finish 5.0 in that hour anyway. So I figured, you know what, now's a good cutoff point, and so in the next stream, come hell or high water, I'm finishing off 5.0. This is my favorite part of the game. Yeah, not only the expansion, but the game. I love this whole section. So yeah, I'm gonna be finishing it up. So look forward to that. So again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to come join me live, the link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you.